Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back. Time to go. Make sure and leave no Team Rockets behind. Need to make sure we can steal all their cash, so that way they don't go about mucking up anybody else here. And I just noticed the speakers for my sound setup here. One of them's tilted lower than the other, which should be impossible. Shouldn't be. Like, this one's tilted more forward than the other one is. Shouldn't be a thing. I'm trying to figure out why that is. Like, I can't see anything wrong with it. I haven't been moving stuff recently around it either, so it's like... And now Hobbs is awake. He senses a disturbance in the force. To be fair, it's not like it actually changes the quality of the sound. Let me give a remote to Hobbs. He'll get distracted by it, and everyone will be happy. Hello there. Hello there. I am trying to do stuff over here. Drill, peck, and yes, make room for it. We're gonna replace the mighty Peck. Just been a good friend. See, this is all Hobbs wanted. He just wanted to be loved. And it just so happens that he likes being brushed. Sometimes with brushies, and sometimes with practically anything that has an edge to it. It's a hard life being a cat. It's not easy. As long as he's getting attention, he's gonna be just fine. He'll do all the stuff. I gotta make sure I'm pretending to care about his personal problems. Otherwise, what he's gonna do, he's gonna try to bite my hand, because he knows that's controlling the remote. Like, you thought remotes were just for TVs? No, 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 no. TV remotes are universal by design. Can use it as like a makeshift paperweight if needs be. Or maybe as a brushie for your kitty. They're just amazingly useful. And I love it, yes. I'm just trying to do videos. Would that be a problem? He's only truly upset because I once again had another busy day and haven't spent a lot of time back here with him, giving him all the necessary attention. Now he's actually biting the remotes. That's when I know. That's when I know the viciousness is about to start. You could just go to sleep. It's a possibility. And it's not like I didn't put food in your bowl like 15 minutes ago. I'm just saying. Just saying, I've got enough problems already. What, with a speaker that isn't symmetrically in line with the other speaker? It's truly, truly tragic. I wasn't... Okay, good. Lapras didn't level up. Wasn't paying attention. Was just going through the paces. Alright, yes. I know the other Team Rocket should be accounted for, because this is the floor where we get the key card from, and that's important. It's what enables us to open all these doors. Which makes me wonder, like, usually, like, when you see card keys, you know, in a building and whatnot, usually there's multiple levels to prevent somebody from just going crazy all over the place. Yet here, we find, like, the magic key card of key cards, which opens all the doors. Just, like, maybe they didn't pay enough in security. I'm just saying. That's what I would have done if I were president of Self Tower here. Just make, you know, the path to, you know, the magic teleporter path to my office more difficult. You need level 3 security clearance to get through my door. Alright. There we go, the mighty WEEZING. Pretty much a 75% chance it'll explode. Oh, we actually paralyzed it, which is good news for us as always. We're gonna go back to Surf. Beautiful work. I was pretty certain I couldn't knock it out anyway with Surf. Can never really tell with, like, evolved Pokemon. Oh gosh, no, I'm so sorry. I blame Hobbs, who's actually gone somewhere. Where is he? I don't know. I don't hear him eating food, so he must still be somewhere inside the room. Or he's sitting in the hallway being the saddest cat in the whole universe. That's another possibility. But usually he lets me know when he believes he's the saddest cat in the whole wide universe. Just attempts to let me know. Because I'm such a far distance away that he has to yell at the top of his lungs. Good protein! Need that. Okay, there, yes, I hear you now. But he's way in the hallway. He's like around the corner. What I'm guessing is he's probably sitting at his food bowl. And he's just gonna stay there. Hoping. And then I'll just walk over there to him. I didn't mean to, I was just making sure, I'm sorry. I was just making sure I had fought you. Because you do tend to, on occasion, you can let that Team Rocket rotate around. Oh, now he walks back in here. But he can rotate around so that way you don't have to fight him, but typically speaking, it'll happen. It'll happen. Poor Firo, though. He did good work, though. Alright, I think we'll just stick with the good old strength. Go back with the Leer. See, this is an interesting game I'm playing here where I'm like, alright, well, how long is it gonna take before Hobbs either falls asleep or gets super desperate that he attacks me? Just for more food in his bowl. You know the worst part is? The worst part is that, when he wants me just to pay attention to him, he actually behaves the same exact way when he wants me to feed him. The same exact way. And it's not until I put the food in his bowl that I actually know when he just wants me to pay attention to him. Because what he'll do is he'll look at the food, say no, and then walk towards the bed and lie down on it. I'm like, we could have just saved ourselves a whole step and just, you know, jump on the bed and take a nap there, but no. No, you had to behave like you were dying of hunger, and then refuse it. I'm like, it's a problem. This is why I tell people you're a bad cat. Like, if you're a good cat, it'd be so much easier to work with. There we go. Luckily, these fights aren't terrible to go with, we just have to keep in mind of if we do get confused. Or asleep on occasion, but... And then just remember to heal ourselves when the time comes. Can we talk about how scary the GOLBAT looks in Gen 1? Let's just all take a moment to soak that in. Like, the GOLBAT is definitely one of the freakier looking Pokemon from the first gen. Alright, this gets tricky. Do I stick around for it? I'll do a rest. I'll risk it. Watch me get unconfused. That actually would have been funny. But we're back to being asleep. This is what Snorlax does best. He likes the sleepy sleeps. Much like a cat I know. I'll tell you what's even worse. Because now we're in the early summer time, which some people would call springtime. Here, that's not the case. But because it's getting warm enough and all that, the birds are out and about, building nests in trees and whatnot. And someone knows it's that time of year. The call of the wild is here, beckons to him. Likes watching the birdie birds. They are a rare and majestic creature. Alright, I think everyone here is actually checked out. We have secured the perimeter. Just go this way around. Yes, I think we're actually just double checking. Yep, should be fine. On to the next floor, my slaves. Door? You shouldn't have. Alright, Snorlax, I'm gonna need you to survive. I think we either have 3 of the Rocket Brothers or 4 of the Rocket Brothers. It's like, it's nice that you all became criminals as a family. Like, stronger together is what I always say. You know, just Like, it's not every day that you and your brothers find, you know, common grounds in a hobby, you know? It's whatever works. Can't... You know what they say, you can choose your family, but you can't choose your friends. Gandhi said it. There we go. I'm actually watching Hobbs. He's still doing the whole, I'm gonna watch it for anything outside of the window, and hopefully it's a bird. He knows, too. He knows. He's like, I can hear him. They're taunting me. I'm like, my only real problem with birds is that they're building nests, right? And we have, like, square pillars in the back that hold up, like, the patio. And some birds will actually try to nest on the flat tops of the pillars because the porch doesn't actually cover the whole area as far as where it stands on and all that. So if I see nests being built up there, I'm like, right, gotta go destroy that. Here we go, swords dance, no. It is useful in the sense that you can use it to, increase your attack, but I'm all about just hitting hard and running away. Like, that's what I do best. That's what I do. I have to go double check, but I used to have, oh, this would be a fair fight. But I actually had a brick on one of those pillars to stop from birds roosting in this particular corner because, it's part of the area I continuously walk by for, like, to go on Pokemon Go and stuff. And last season, birds were nesting there and then they would totally freak out every night. So I'm like, okay then. Just knock the nest out. I'm like, you could have picked anywhere else. Plenty of trees. Like, too many trees if you ask me. Got a SANDSLASH. Pikachu won't survive, so we're just gonna switch it up here. Easy peasy. Oh good. The mighty sand attack. The only thing that's truly chaotic. Okay, so you just have to hit one more time. Survive. Okay, good. Now, if it's a normal slash, I should survive. Thanks for missing, by the way. That was really kind of you. Thanks for poisoning me. It's also really kind. It's a rough life we have here. Okay, come on, Kadabra. Can't believe how many times he missed with just one sand attack, like... I'm like, sand attack is definitely the more powerful, like, stat changer. Everything else is just, you know, extra bonuses and whatnot. Alright, well, I'm gonna go find where my resty spot is, and then we'll come back here, clean up the rest of this floor, so I will be back shortly. And we're back, healthy as a bee. I did figure out why one of my speakers was tilted far forward. My TV was actually skewed on that particular corner forward. And I was like, that's unusual. So I went and fixed that. Did have to move my camera just a little bit because, of course, that got off-centered even more as I corrected where it was supposed to be. So I'll make final adjustments to where, you know, where it's back in perfect view, but it looks alright, honestly. But I was like, I must have done something when I was rearranging the consoles behind it to accidentally have moved to that particular corner forward. But it's all good. Just another fine day. I'll tell you what I also have to do is I need to move this particular table that's like where my microphone and laptop sit on. I have to move that a little bit to my right, just for no real reason other than it helps line up with the table that the TV actually sits on. Would just be a nice thing. Get the table that sits directly in front of me is smaller than the one where the TV sits at, so you can never really have like a good lineup. You know, it'll just never be perfect. But at least if I have it lined up, like where the TV and the table are at, then I don't have to worry about accidentally, you know, running into the table per se, because it's sticking out further than the TV or whatnot. I can just be like, right, if I'm not near the TV, then I won't hit anything else. Just doing, you know, it's springtime. We're doing like our own version of spring cleaning here. Now I did that center of unlocking tables and doors. I think that guy's a bad guy, so I'm just gonna go waltz around Calcium and just build some strong bones or some strong special attacks. One of those two things. Good, Mr. Electrode wishes to battle my Mr. Kadabra. What? Yeah, let's just go Psybeam. Why not? There we go. Oh, I was hoping. Alright. Since he's not protected against attacks, we're going to do Seismic Toss, which always does the same amount of damage, depending on your level at least. Do a little bit of this, and do a little bit of that. Do some side beams. Knock out the muck in one go. So good. So good. Alrighto. You're definitely not gonna be in a happy spot when the boss comes back in full control of Sylph Corporation. It's gonna not be happy you betrayed him. Just throwing it out there. Here we go, back on the floor, where we do all the resty rests. I don't think this will be as far as I go. I intend to heal at some point, which will require me to walk past you. It's just throwing it out there. Just letting you be aware. Not gonna lie. A little bit tired. Just woke up a little bit earlier than usual. Not like too terrible. But I would have preferred to have slept in. Would rather, you know, if I have the choice of waking up or sleeping in, would rather sleep in if I must, but I usually wake up earlier than I intend to rather than sleep in, so that's good news there. And of course it's gonna get harder and harder to sleep in, because I tend to wake up, you know, when the sun's up and about. Very, very rarely do I actually sleep in after the sun has been hitting the windows for a while. And of course, with it being summertime basically already here in Arizona, like, it's just I'm gonna be like, right, might have to turn in earlier. It's a rough laugh I lead. But at least I have Hobbs to remind me that it could be worse. You could have somebody who refuses to put some food in your delicious bowl, and no one to give you head scratchies. It's just the worst. So glad I'm not a cat with those level of difficulties. All in all, though, he has calmed down quite a bit. He's now resorted to looking outside for just find some level of entertainment. Oh, we're not on the floor yet, where we do our resty rests. I always get confused. Alright, now I think I have found all 4 of the Rocket Brothers. I think it's happened. Alright, Weezing. Think you're a match for the mighty Charmeleon? Normally I'm sure you would be, but I have Dig. Just dig a hole, bam! Easy peasy. Alright, good thing he took it. Like a champ. Get back to digging. Ooh. Yeah, I might need a nap. Ain't nobody got time for naps, though. Not when there was a war to be won. There you go. I did mention it while my stream on Tuesday, but I actually started getting into Pokemon trading card game online. I used to play, like, and collect cards back in my day, the youth, back when it was, like, You know, first and second edition, jungle and fossil sets. Those good days. So, quite a bit of quite a bit difference between then versus now with cards and rules and all that. But I gotta say, like, the online version works pretty well and is actually pretty nice to... yes, okay, thank you. I didn't want him to get confused. I was hoping he was gonna lose his confusion, but it worked out well for us. We got there in the end. But yeah, the online version has like a pretty nice tutorial section to kind of get you started into the game. And the thing is, you realistically don't have to, like... How do I say it? You don't have to play seriously. You can just play... Like, it has a lot of computer opponents that you can just fight against all you want. And you don't have to worry about, like, you know, building the perfect deck for yourself. You can just go with... They basically have, like, decks pre-built as kind of like starter sets, as it were, that you can mess around with. And I know that there are friend duels. I don't know at what point yet in the game that becomes available, because A, I would have to make friends, and B, you know, we'd have to make sure that there isn't some sort of level requirement. And who searches for stuff on Google these days for answers? Just no. That's so 2012. Alright. I'm only here to see if you have any items for me to confiscate. Alright. Your room is secure, sir. I'm gonna leave the door open for some fresh air. Have we fought you? Well, that would be a no. That would be a no. You're causing us problems. I'm sorry, when you hang around with Hobbs as much as I have, you tend to just emulate his behavior patterns. Just it happens. I'm actually not doing too bad on time. I'm like, I knew I took a little bit of time to actually fixing the TV. So I can take that into account. Ah, no, not the electrode. Literally. Just a ball of explosion waiting for happen. Alright, Screech. I don't know if Fury Attack is going to be any better, though, is the problem. It'll do normal damage, but I don't think it's going to... That was weirdly stronger. Anyway. We don't get hung up on details like that. We just keep your eyes forward and think of the future. In the past. In the present. Alright. Just walk up back here. This should be good old sleepy spot. That's something. I was trying to turn left. Sometimes the D-pad doesn't want to work with me. Doesn't always want to be my best friend. Alright, how are we doing on the lineup? Excellent. And I think we shall call it quits there. Made some good progress, but still have a whole tower to go through. But we're getting there. We are getting there. In any case, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, everyone.